You have this kind of sense of like, all right, so throughout the whole of sort of the early part of the church, especially with monasticism, there are these guys, there are these monks who are chanting this through the Psalter on a constant basis. There's this kind of sense of the world being, in a sense, like upheld or tuned by the chanting of people who are dedicating their lives to this. I'm not saying that like psalm chanting is like the engine that the world runs on. It's more like it does kind of seem as though psalm chanting is or ought to be the way that, God's, or one of the ways that God's grace, that the Holy Spirit kind of like introduces himself to the world, to the material world, through our voices, through our breath, throughout the day. And then, so that was kind of kicking around in my head. And then the interview that I did with you, Brittany, like the idea of, so one of the sort of key aspects of the history of musical theater is this idea that like starting with, what is it, like Oklahoma, there was this new idea that the songs should advance the plot of the musical. It's not just like all right, let's stop the plot now and then we'll have a song and then we'll pick up the plot with the book on the other end of the song. It's that like major changes happen over the course of songs, major plot changes and and character changes. And I put that together, or in our conversation, we put that together with C.S. Lewis's idea of prayer as something that God gives to us, like petitionary prayer, something that God gives to us to give us the dignity of being causes. And I just started to think about chanting psalms in particular as things that we do to advance the plot of the world. It's like actually the work that we do in the world to bring God's kingdom. And I'm really hoping that the two of you are going to do something together that will kind of turn more people on to that, because I think we need it badly. I think the world needs it.